I am so much more calm. I am so much more present, and I am less reactive. It's almost like I've allowed myself to become the observer rather than the reactor. Someone asked me, how would you describe yourself years ago when you were kind of you hadn't come through your journey? And this may sound really crazy, but I likened myself to a well-dressed feral cat. And what I mean by that is, when you haven't resolved your inner demons and your inner reactions and your triggers, no matter where you go in life, no matter how well dressed you are going to react from that raw internal voice. And my raw internal voice was a scared feral cat who thought they needed to defend and be on the front of, oh my God, what's, like hyper vigilant, someone's coming, to do wrong, or their intent is bad, or I no longer come from that energy. I recognize that I am now able to observe and witness a situation occur in life, and I do not need to become a part of it. I can learn from it, I can watch, but I don't need to be. So you are still going to have situations in life. This is not going to make your life perfect. What it does is it allows you to come at it as your best self and allow you to learn and practice and respond differently. And we need to be gentle with ourselves in that process. Hence why I'm really looking forward to doing follow-up sessions as well, to just, nothing ever fixes you. But this, I would have to say, is one of the fundamental shifts in changing the way my brain works. My darkest day was at Christmas, and it was really the end for me. It was. I could not see joy. I had everything I wanted. I had 2 beautiful children. I had and have an amazing home. I had a husband who was there for me 100%. And it was almost like I couldn't see it. I couldn't feel it. I couldn't see it. I felt dead. And I was going through the motions. I would wake up and I would put 180% of my life into my work. And I would come home and I would just die. I wouldn't want to wake up. But then I would be all singing, all dancing at work, and then I would come home. And I wasn't present for my children. I spent the formative years of their life not knowing how to connect with them. And all of that at Christmas came together with family issues. As we all know, Christmas just brings some beautiful things. I'm not a Christmas person. From a family history, they were never good. So you put all of those things together, and I just thought, I can't put my children through this anymore. I can't put my darkness on them. And when you are in the fit of depression, you do not believe you are adding value. You do not believe you are lovable. You believe you are a burden, and you believe that everyone else would be better off without you. You just do not see yourself in any other way. I could have had the winning lotto ticket given to me, and I wouldn't have reacted. It would have felt numb. And my children were, as much as they were the ones that I wanted to save from me, they were the ones that kept me alive, because I couldn't put the pain of an experience like suicide onto them. So I was at the bottom, and I just thought, well, I'm going to have to claw my way up. and claw I did, which is when this crossed my path. So, you know, it's that's a lot of darkness, but I think that was the culmination of it. That was the last point. With depression and with a long-seated thinking, you know, it's your thinking. It's like like a record plays and you've got ridges that the needle's just going around and around and around in. It's almost like this cements the edges and cements the gutters that your needle's just replaying in, and allows you to rebed a new song. And maybe that sounds too airy-fairy, but it's about stopping that record playing and allowing your true essence to come out. We did the 12 emotional empowerment sessions. I think we did a motherhood section. I, having grown up in a home, in an environment where was pretty challenging. I didn't really have the building blocks myself to kind of then, when I have children, pass that on and understand as a parent, you know, what to do. I think society leads you to believe that you pop a baby out and it's all beautiful and you've got all this unconditional love happening. Not so true in my case. So that motherhood and parenting section was extremely powerful. And again, I don't know how it works. All I can say is it does work. So I felt the changes. I felt the changes, I would say 4 to 5 sessions in, and I was in a really stressful situation, and historically it would have crushed me. It would have absolutely had me doubting myself, doubting my ability, and physically feeling it. And what this allowed me to do is participate in the situation in a completely different way, removing any emotion and any of that personal connection that actually impacts your ability to communicate from a position of strength and collaboration. That's when I didn't realise it when it was happening, but it wasn't until I was kind of reflecting on it after the situation and went, wow, hang on a minute, that I would have reacted completely different to that. So it's a very subtle experience. You know, I don't think you can come in here and expect to sit with the amazing people that do this and go, well, I don't feel anything. You know, I've had a great nap, but, you know, where's the change? I think it's those little things all coming together and then life giving you that experience to then bring in a different energy, which what I can only say this has helped me do. So I don't feel things in such a raw way because it's allowing me to process the situation as it is rather than what I think and my story being attached to it. I think as a society we do not open up and show our vulnerability to mothers. I think as a society we have built this secret world of, oh, you know, I held my baby, I felt unconditional love, and I held my baby and was waiting. I'm looking at him going, where's that feeling? And when we don't have that as a normal part of our conversation with females and with our friends and with our work colleagues who are pregnant, and we all celebrate and go, oh, it's just so beautiful, we're setting them up for failure. We're not having those honest conversations, and a lot of people are afraid of having those conversations for fear of popping a balloon or, you know, but the amount of women that I would say it is an absolute individual journey, and every single journey is okay. Just because you don't feel it does not mean you are broken. It does not mean that you don't love your child. It doesn't mean that there is something wrong. It means you are human. And I think as a society, we just build it up to be this one-stop shop of get married, get pregnant, have a baby, beautiful baby, you know, growing a human is one of the most complicated scientific things in the first place, let alone when it's out and you go, oh shoot, what do I do now? You're not alone. Reach out, find a group. Don't worry I avoided mothers groups like the plague because I sat there and went, if you make me talk about the price of nappies and orange juice, I am going to stab myself in my eyes. You know, it's like, where's the rawness? Where's the honesty? I had a really shit night last night and I really panicked. Where are those conversations? I think we need to rise up and protect one another and be a village. We're not a village anymore. And it's just, yeah, we just have so much more to give one another as females and as partners. And yeah, it's normal. Postnatal depression is more normal than we allow to be known. Look, life will continue to throw you challenges. This isn't to come in and be perfect and walk out and all of a sudden I'm in a utopia I didn't know about, you know. And I think if we do say that, it's similar to, you know, setting someone up for failure. There's nothing more important. I think when we're learning and when we're on a journey of discovering something better to get us through, you can't look at the past dysfunction to allow you to walk into the future. Sometimes you have to suspend reality. When you are in the depths of depression and anxiety, sometimes it's very difficult to be positive. It's impossible to be positive because your brain is not set up to look at anything as good. So sometimes being positive and taking a leap of faith is the only thing that will move you forward. It's fundamental.